Welcome to Nigeria, a fascinating country, a journey of discovery, a unique opportunity to get in touch with unspoiled nature. Africa's biggest market, extraordinary, fascinating.
Nigeria, the giant of Africa, with a population forecast of over 200 million people, ranked as the 7th most populated country in the world, with the largest economy in Africa. Despite being the giant of Africa, yet a lot has little or no access to basic social amenities, paving way for poverty. This is our reality.
Distinguished audience, there are parts of this country we often don't get to see. It is surprising that 50% of this country's population resides in rural areas where the means of cooking, feed and sustain lives are the same reasons we have long queues in our hospitals.
Amina's eyes are watery, both from the smoke and the thought of her 7-year-old daughter who stands nearby, ill. Smoke from the fire she's cooking on is filling her tiny one-room apartment in a small village in Zuba district of Gwagwalada Local Council, Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. She and her 7-year-old daughter are breathing in toxic smoke, filling their lungs with...
It is good for them to use the cook stoves because then they are less exposed to gender-based violence as a result of going into far places, unsafe places for the matter, looking for firewood that they will use for cooking.
The World Health Organization says this inhalation is the equivalent of smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
When people are exposed over time, you discover that there can be subacute or even chronic problems.
In Nigeria, a total of 95,300 deaths occur annually owing to smoke-related diseases.
In Nigeria has been shown to us. Sadly, this is Nigeria, we know.
When we visit these communities, it's easy to forget that we're still in Nigeria. This is the reality of millions of Nigerians who live in rural communities. The World Health Organization states that over 110,000 women and children die from the use of firewood. The release of most carbon dioxide into the atmosphere is a major contributor to the continuous depletion of the ozone layer.
Over the years, Enactus have tried to save the planet by reducing the cold discharge of carbon into the ozone layer. Imagine the number of trees being cut down daily and used as firewood, thereby paving way for desert encroachment. Imagine the intensity of the sun on human scale.
According to Environmental Protection Agency, toxic air pollutants are major causes of wood smoke. Wood smoke, which causes reflex cough, headache, eyes and throat irritation. This agency is also out to estimate that the consumption of 1 pound of firewood is equivalent to smoking 30 sticks of cigarettes.
Having discovered this as a problem facing our target community with social and environmental effect, we then started a campaign around 4 communities in the local government, counseling them on the health and environmental hazards of cooking with firewood.
These communities showed their appreciation for our effort, but what would be our alternative means of cooking became the unanswered question.
Saddled with the responsibility of providing solutions to these identified problems, we, a team of Enactus students who see challenges as opportunity to take action and transform life while creating sustainable businesses, decided to pick up the challenge.
Introducing our solution, Project SCD, Stopping Climatic Degradation. During our NIST assessment, we visited Okuteleche in Igalamela local government area of Kogi State. During our stay, a member of our team identified the littering of cow dung all around this vicinity. According to United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, this animal waste produces 55 to 65% of methane upon release into the atmosphere, which affects global warming 21 times higher than the effect of carbon dioxide.
After this meeting, our team decided to leverage on this opportunity, using it to provide a clean and environmental friendly and sustainable solution for our inhabitants. Our solution, biogas. What is biogas? Biogas is a mixture of mainly methane and carbon dioxide, which is produced upon the decomposition of organic matter, such as animal and kitchen waste, as well as crop residue in the absence of oxygen.
For this venture to be obtainable in our community, the production will depend on the availability and sufficiency of cow dung, water and space for the digester, which are without shortage in our target community of Okuteleche.
Now, over time, researchers have made efforts to come up with different experiments to ascertain the veracity and potency of biogas. Although having been proven to be a clean and efficient source of energy, yet it's still not adopted in many households around the world.
Production of biogas for domestic use. Biogas production for domestic cooking depends on an affordable, appropriate digester with a suitable scale for domestic use. In any digester, the waste is mixed with water to create a better environment for the bacteria to decompose the biomass. Since this is an anaerobic process, This has to happen without the presence of oxygen in an airtight tank. The biogas accumulates at the top of the tank, where it is collected and passed through a pipe to the users. The slurry is subsequently removed from the tank and can be used as agricultural fertilizer.
Now, another problem surfaced. The decomposition process of cow dungs takes about 5 to 7 days to properly decompose to produce effective, clean, efficient, and environmental-friendly cooking gas for household use.
For the first phase of our project, we went into research and in collaboration with Ahmadu Bello University of Agriculture and the Science Laboratory Technology of our institution, we dug up a method of enhancing the decomposition process by introducing supplement with small amount of trace inorganic nutrients like nickel, cobalt, manganese, or iron. This will aid the stimulation of bacterial activity, thereby increasing the decomposition process in 2 to 3 days or less.
We didn't stop there. We took a step further in collaborating with the metallurgy and for the department of our institution to fabricate a cow dung digester, which will aid in the extraction of this methane gas from the decomposed cow dung into a storage container.
Second phase of this project involves collecting the cow dung from the environment. To achieve that, we agreed on a certain price with the cattle headers of this community to collect, accumulate, and deliver this cow dung to the Entrepreneurial Development Center of our noble institution, where a space was provided for the decomposition and extraction of the methane gas from the cow dung and sold to its end users.
We didn't stop here. We submitted our project to Smithing for support loan to achieve its expansion. And since we've captured a wider audience, we now await the final judgment from their consideration committee. We took a further step by communicating with the local government chairman, telling him the importance of healthy and affordable cooking in the community under his jurisdiction, seeking his involvement in the implementation of the project.
To ascertain the sustainability of this project, we identified 7 youths in this community who are living far below the average standard, but with a high level of commitment and in great need of financial autonomy. With our help, these youths have been employed to IEDC Center, where they are trained on how to extract this gas for commercialization.
Now let's break it down. A cow can produce a total of 10 kg of cow dung per day. For every 1 kg of cow dung produced, we estimated the total of 0.95 liters of methane gas will be obtained, which is going to be sold at a fixed price of 300 naira. And after 1 week, we estimated a total of 50 kg of cow dung will be brought down to our Entrepreneurial Development Center for decomposition and extraction, which upon extraction will be sure to get a total of 35.7 liters of methane gas per day, which is going to be sold at a total sum of 11,250 naira. Now after 1 week, we'll be sure to remit a total sum of 78,750 naira.
Esteemed judges, within the first month of this expedition, we will in no doubt be creating a total of 27 job opportunities to youth and women of this community by the creation of sustainable businesses, thereby touching lives of 57 persons directly and indirectly positively impacting 420 lives.
The third phase of our project will be to ensure sustainability. How do we intend to achieve this? We signed a memorandum of agreement with Aida Youth Local Government Association, which is the largest youth organization in that area, to help empower the youth. We also partner with Kogi State Environmental Protection Board, organizing seminars where youth of these communities are trained on how to extract biogas from the cow dung.
We also visited Ajokuta Steel Company for the fabrication of these cow dung digesters to be produced in commercial quantities to be sold at affordable rates to the strained youths.
Distinguished judges, our project, Stopping Climatic Degradation, has successfully met 8 out of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, thereby greatly substantiating the Enactus judging criteria.
Simply because sustainability is our watchword. Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to announce to you that our second project, Aida, Agriculture is the Answer, has greatly advanced. This project, Aida, which started 7 years ago at our first target community of authority, has achieved a heavy milestone by transiting from one phase to another, with 3 more target communities and more lives impacted.
In the first phase in 2014, we planted over 50-pound seedlings of Eliasis tenera, a hybrid of Persevera and Dura, identified by the researchers at Orion. This seed is estimated to produce 5 times better than the local palm tree. This special hybrid takes only 3 to 5 years to start producing and can be productive for the next 20 to 30 years, unlike the conventional one.
In 2017, we tackled the manual way of palm oil processing, which was slow and tedious, by providing a palm detaching machine, which had changed the turnaround time in oil production by over 80%.
To achieve this, we partnered with Mechanical Engineering Department of our institution to locally design and produce a palm stripping machine. This machine is unique, easy to operate, and environmental friendly. Now, we didn't just stop there. Despite the global pandemic of 2020, we introduced the business model to our project, which was the bomb. Now, in a bid to capture a larger market for the sales of our palm oil, we partnered with Manila Factory for the packaging of these palm oils into different shapes and sizes.
We then took a step further in our effort to make our Aida oil more accessible and to expand its reach. We have successfully provided a market for this community for the sales of our Aida oil using an easy access platform. This easy access business is a project launched last year to solve the problem of lack of access to foodstuff during the pandemic outbreak.
When an order is placed through our hotline, our easy access agents sort this order and pass them over to the packaging team, which consists of community aggregators professionally trained who will get this product ready and pass them over to the logistic personnel for delivery.
Presently, we have successfully satisfied 1,150 customers within 1 year of this launch, making a total sum of 987,000 naira. With no doubt, in the next 3 years, we'll be making a whopping sum of 3,150,000 naira with more customers reach. We have already started building a company where all oil produced will be brought for packaging, labeled with a Enactus certified registration number and a truck delivery attached.
The company consists of 3 major units of community aggregators, logistics, and easy access agents, which will in turn provide a total of 10,000 jobs in the next 3 years. Unique audience, ladies and gentlemen, we are super excited to summarize our project, Aida. Agriculture is the answer, and it has greatly impacted lives, meeting 8 out of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and thereby greatly justifying the natural judging criteria.
This project might have started in Ofarachi community, but how we see, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is getting back to become the world's largest palm oil producers and exporters.
Now, we believe that the greatest achievers of sustainable development came from working with ordinary people in extraordinary ways, believing in the impact that can be achieved. And the impoverished are given the opportunity to support themselves and become change makers for the better.
Distinguished judges, we at Enactus FPI believe in the power of social enterprise to create business and transform lives, which is why this year our members has driven entrepreneurial progress and has propelled business activities to achieve even greater social and environmental impact. And on this journey of progress with me are
Austin Beatrice Sunum, a 400-level student of public administration.
Godfrey Logo, a 400-level student of quantity surveying.
Obai Uchichukwu Daniel, a 400-level student of metallurgical and material engineering.
I'm Jacob Mercy, a 400-level student of business administration and management studies. And together we are
Enactus Federal Polytechnic, Aida.